whose gracious presence is always welcome. And today, in spite of not being well, she is showing her association with us by being present over here. But most important of all is my duty to welcome the four what should I call them? I should call them the things that come in me when I see my own students taught, whom I have seen growing through different stages, here being among us to present their experiences of their careers. So it is my to welcome Deepthi Jaykumar. She is 2012-2014 batch, and she is presently a financial analyst and head operations F45 training. Welcome, Deepthi. And, I take the opportunity to welcome Sai Pramodita, one of the oldest of alumni here, almost like she was a batch of 2010-2012 pass out. She is Managing Director, Global Brothers Dubbing Studio and Project Head, Global Villages Production House, Chennai. Welcome, Sai Pramodita. Sai Pramodita was always so busy, even as a student, that we had to keep searching her. Where is Sai Pramodita? Where is Sai Pramodita? But yes, even those days, she was highly successful, and she was totally busy in her different activities. She was associated with the media from the very beginning, so it is not such a surprise that she has entered into the field of media and she has become a managing director for a dubbing studio. Welcome, Pramodita. Now it is my privilege again to welcome Sneha Venkateshan, batch 2015-2017. Welcome, Sneha. A quiet girl, very silent worker. This is one girl I never thought would become an entrepreneur. That is what I told her also. When I say entrepreneur and I look at Sneha, it's like, is this possible? But what I'm trying to tell you is, it is possible. A person who always thought that she'll go into a job and she'll, do the 9 to 5 thing, suddenly decides that, okay, enough is enough. There is much more to do, and jumps into entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is not just a family characteristic, or not just something which is passed down through generations. It's a feeling of the desire to do things, and that is embedded in the person called Sneha. So welcome, Sneha. And ultimately, you have, I use the word ultimately because I have before you a very naughty alumni. Always sitting in the first bench, mind you, okay? He'll sit in the first bench, no doubt about it. First bench or second bench maximum, at least in my classes. But one person who will really, enjoy his whole day together. Sometimes he'll fall asleep in the class, yes, Riyash? Most of the time. And we have to wake him up. But then he would perform. He's not a great performer as from examinations point of view. But then his performance off stage is something which really needs to be, off class is something really needs to be appreciated. One person who was present before you, a rainbow of your, different colors displayed by your alumni. So welcome to all the dignitaries on the dais, and I welcome all the faculty members and the engineering students, BBA students and MBA students. It's really a pleasure to have you all here. And I hope you are interested in entrepreneurship, because they are going to share all their experiences with entrepreneurship. Welcome once again.
Thank you, ma'am. I now kindly request our Director, Alumni Affairs, to share a few words.
A very good morning to all present here, especially the dignitaries on the dais. Our most respected Dean Jaykumar sir, Vice Principal ma'am, and HOD ma'am, and other alumni coordinators and faculty members, and most importantly our guests and speakers of this particular unconference, our dearest alumni. I welcome each and every one of you on my behalf, and as well as the SRM and Vadapati campus, for this memorable unconference, one of its kind. So when we met 2 months back, where during the alumni meet with every department, we used to deliberate what best we can do. So it's the department and the Prabhadevi ma'am that we deliberated and to bring in either as a conclave or panel discussions, and rightly the Women's Day celebration has come, so we combined it as an unconference. So how many of you know that what is unconference? Anyone? How many of you have attended the unconference? Hello? Okay, being a teacher, I will start from last page. Last row. With the permission of the chairs here, I would like to make it as a informal as well as kick-starting the unconference. Last bench, 2-3 rows, please come here. No, please. Again, this last row, please. Otherwise, should we come there to point out? We are very seriously requesting you to come to the front. Get up. Please. So the unconference, we have been doing that in multiple places. Sir, just because I am continuing the speech doesn't mean that I am ignoring my request. I don't want to waste time, so please come forward. Both the ends. So the unconference is the conference where the eminent speakers as well as the learners, the attendees and participants together deliberate on the purpose or the topic or the title of the focus. So being as entrepreneurs in their journey, while I was discussing with them,
I request the students to honor the request of the speaker, please. Can we see the unfilled seats filled with the students? Please come in. Come friend. It's not a class where the speaker will ask question and then you need to answer the question. So students are always students, they won't listen to the teacher. So let this be, I request the speaker to continue his speech.
yes sir. So unconference is being focused on the entrepreneurship. So how many of you are willing to be there as entrepreneurship, to become like that? Yes. Even if you don't answer, or these are the questions which will be ringing in your mind, and as rightly put up by the HOD for the day, that how all alumni have been there here. The story of you after 5 years and 10 years is not there in your hands. So it is quite unpredictable. So right now you may be focused on enjoying this particular day, how does it going to go. So we are not here to disturb you. Only one single message we want to have for all of you is that whatever is there to become as a satisfied individual or a good human in your future, you need to grab so many things, not only in the education. So every day you need to grab more that you will become satisfied. So that satisfaction doesn't come being unsuccessful, being negative, being not caring about ourselves and our surroundings, including family members and the people who are supporting us. So such sort of negative things is not going to work. So in other words, to be satisfied with ourselves, how many of you have thanked yourself for every day? Are you thanking yourself? Are you happy about yourself? Are you grateful to yourself? Have you are you expressing your happiness, thankfulness to your family members, friends, teachers? How do you do that? Right?
By talking to them, sir.
Yeah, good. That is the preliminary, basic one. So the best one is not doing the things which they don't want to expect to do, or doing what they are expecting is the most respectful, gratefulness and thankfulness. So the successful people, those who are satisfied, those who have lived a good life, satisfied, unpainful life, being there or successful only because they have done something positive on every day, learned something more. And being as a student, it is our bound duty to do that sort of learning and become better, grab more things which are from the alumni who have visited. So, amidst of their busy schedule, being interacting with them, we understood that They have been here at the same places, they have been very successful, and they have come here to share some of the insights which are very much valuable, which you cannot get it anywhere. So it is our bound duty to connect with them. So how many of you have Googled their names in our phone? Yes, 10 members. So let's do the warm up. So one by one, there are 4 names and their professions available there, physically available here. Get to know about them by doing the mobile search. Please do that. You are going to learn together. I have done that job, that's why I am saying that. Those who have done this 4, I would like to say some of the other successful alumni. I leave it to your choices. Let us say so many things, whichever you want to, you pick it up and then search. Mrs. Radhika Ramaswamy, 1996 MBA, first batch MBA of SRM. Please Google it. Who is she? What is she doing? Any answer? Second one is Sharanya Ari. Sharanya A-R-I. Third, Nikita Hari. 4, Yuvaneshwari. You can add Yuvaneshwari, SRM and pharmacy. Anyone found the answer? Please save the name. Then we will go to the next list.
Radhika Ramaswamy, wildlife photographer.
Radhika Ramaswamy, wildlife photographer. First woman wildlife photographer who is our proud alumni from SRM. So technically you are the direct junior of her. Second one, anybody else? IAS officer. She was 2011 IT SRM. Then Yuvaneshwari pharmacy. G. Bhavani, Bureau of Indian System Standards. Yuvaneshwari is any answer? Anyway, let's not waste time. So, social activity. She has literally taken the street children. She grabbed her friends, started teaching them in the steps of KFC and malls, converted that as an NGO, which has been awarded in the Hyderabad. So, you have thousands and thousands of such eminent alumni of SRM available with us. And the moment you connect with them, along with all these members, I represent them, definitely they will give the connection acceptance in your LinkedIn and other forums so that you can just follow them. You don't need to study, you don't need to take so much of efforts. Whatever your focus, whatever you want to become, just take the domain, connect with the member, try to follow what they have done. And after grabbing that, put one more step ahead, you will do what is not being done in your life and in the entire world. So what I'm consolidatingly saying that is, you are there in a very good college and very good platform and a forum. Which makes the difference is you. When I was interacting with them, all of them or majority of them has confirmed by the HOD as well as by themselves itself. They said very clearly, I am one of the aspiring students in those days. Aspiration comes from within. If you are not interested, and second for our alumni, be with us in your journey so that we can be with you as well as you can help your juniors for the betterment. So with these 2 things, I sincerely and again requesting each and every one of you, go through that, connect with them, enjoy the session, interact with them, because you are the most important beneficiary for this particular conference. So with your support, we would like to make this as a very successful one. And I sincerely thank our Dean Sir and the entire department, Vice Principal Ma'am and etc. for taking efforts to do such a flagship and one of its kind event. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request our Dean, CET, to share a few words with our audience.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Some more.
Good morning, sir.
கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்குது இன்னைக்கு. தமிழ் ஓகே தானே?
Yes, sir.
அது மற்றதுதான் சார் ஓகே, மற்றதெல்லாம் வேண்டாம். ரைட். என்னோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இப்படி கொஞ்சம் இருப்பாங்க, அப்படி ஒரு டிஸ்ஒபீடியன்ஸ் இருக்கும். வேற வழி இல்லை. A student is always a student and I can't expect all the students to be it as well. Because I was never a obedient student like this guy. You know that. Much has been talked about the alumni and what you can do. The stories of the entrepreneurs. It happens. So it's just a flash moment. That's it. So can I become an entrepreneur or can I not? You can't predict, but I'm sure that if you desire it, if it is, if you're destined to become an entrepreneur, you will become. How good, how fast, how soon, nothing in our hands. And the combination of the batches of now 2012 passed out, 14 passed out, 17 passed out, and President was talking about Ryan and Sai, Pranita, that they were seldom seen in the class. Yeah. The physical presence is there. So, it is not the question of whether you are a first bench student or a last Mapla bench student, but how committed you are in your own thought process. That matters a lot. And once you take up an assignment, be it whatever, be committed and try to spend as much time as you can. That's the only success mantra. You can wail away the time, then you are losing. So, enjoy the success stories. Probably I will be missing that for some reason. I would also want to be a part of it. Let me see how destined I am to be there and then share listen to their success stories. So wish you all the very best. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, sir. I kindly request our director, sir, to felicitate Ms. Sai Pramodita.
Gautam.
It's a surprise memento made by another alumni. So we kindly request you to unwrap it and unveil it to the audience.
Santosh.
I kindly request Dean sir to felicitate Ms. Neha Venkatraman. I kindly request our VP ma'am to felicitate Ms. Neeti Jaykumar. I kindly request our HOD ma'am to felicitate Mr. Riyan Ahmed. This is a hand portrait done by one of our another alumni. Thank you, dignitaries. Before we move on to the session, I kindly request Dr. M.N. Prabha Devi, to give an overview about the event.
Good morning, one and all. Aadya Alumni Shepreneurs Unconference 2023. Aadya means power. Aadya means the earth. Aadya means an ornament. And also Aadya means a girl. Aadya is an Alumni Shepreneurs Unconference. This is happening on 6th of March today. In association with Directorate of Alumni Affairs, SRM Incubation Innovation Entrepreneurship Center, Katanklatur Campus, Young Minds Management Association of our department, Udyami and Innovation and Acceleration Cell of our Department of MBA, and Saksham. The motive of our Directorate of Alumni Affairs is to connect the existing students with our alumni for learning, appreciating, motivating, and mentoring. As such, it is my pleasure to accomplish this responsibility to fulfill the motto of our alma mater. Our Honorable Chancellor quite often refers to our alumni as ambassadors and torch bearers of our institution. This is our privilege to have our alumni for sharing their experiences about their entrepreneurial ventures and success stories among our budding entrepreneurs. It is a great way to both re-engage past members of our institution or organization and also more value to our current students. The mission of our SRM Incubation Center and Udyami Acceleration in Innovation Cell are the same, to empower our students and promote their entrepreneurial mindset, and also to create an ecosystem to sensitize, engage and support the innovators from ideation to product development. Hoping that the vision and motive of all these associations and clubs are solved by this Aadya Alumni Shepreneurs Unconference. Hearty welcome to our own children for homecoming and share their views and ideas to our existing students, those who are going to face their next phase in their profession. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from experiences and challenges. It is the day for learning from experiences, exposures from our guest for the day. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I now call upon Ashmita, Shilpa and Kanaga to give a brief introduction about our speakers along with an audiovisual presentation put together by Karthikeyan.
Our first speaker for the day, Ms. Sneha Venkatesan, batch 2015 to 17, joined Ernst & Young through campus recruitment and moved to London. There she found her passion for operating a food chain venture and wanted to spread the essence of Indian food and spices in the UK. With the passion, she started the Biryani Mama bar and restaurant in the United Kingdom serving authentic South Indian food. And now Ms. Sneha's restaurant has a loyal customer base devoted to biryani and other Indian curries.
Sorry, tapat ka. Garam ho gaya. Mango kamu kumain. Alala.
We welcome you, ma'am.
Our next speaker for the day is Ms. Sai Pramodita, batch 2010-12. She is currently the Managing Director of Global Brothers Dubbing Studio and Project Head of Global Village Production House, working on web series like Kanakanum Kanangal. She is also an 8-time consecutive state champion in gymnastics and national level bronze medalist in gymnastics and diving. Miss Sai Pramodita was also a part of 2 dance reality shows, Boys vs. Girls Season 2 and Jodi Number 1 Season 4, and has acted in lead role in a serial Kanakanu Tarangal in Vijay TV. She has also worked as a logistics manager in Decathlon for 3 years. We welcome you, ma'am.
Our next speaker, Ms. Deepti Jaikumar, batch of 2012-2014, has achieved many milestones in a short career spanning 9 years. Even as a student in B school, she has been a consistent topper with wide experience in finance paper presentations. After graduating with a degree in Bachelor of Commerce from Stella Maris College, she pursued an international business management course from Viva and later completed her MBA in finance from SRM School with a distinction and best outgoing student for the year 2012-13. Ms. Deepti has interned with Goldman Sachs Asset Management and with the Sundaram Finance and worked at BNP Paribas Global Securities Operations, handling exchange traded derivatives. She joined her husband's business in 2017 and she is handling the finances of the company as partner and director of finance for Claycroft Properties LLP and Studio D-Cube Enterprises LLP. She is also the partner and head of operations for F45 Training Ananagar since 2018.
I started. My name is got back.
We welcome you, ma'am.
Our moderator for the session, Mr. Riyan Ahmed, batch of 2011-13, is a DJ based out of Chennai. The music bug bit him in 2008 and there was no turning back. His love for music and its genres made him explore more and fall in love with it over and over again, and also kept his foot in the field of event management as well as freelancing. However, that did not stop him from pursuing his career goals. Post his graduation from SRM School, he has been working in the corporate sectors and worked with major brands like HDFC Bank, TCS to name a few, and is currently pursuing his career goal with UK-based bank Barclays as a quality analyst. Welcome, sir, and I hand over the stage to you, sir.
You can just speak to everybody. Like, keep it casual between 3 of us. Two turns.
ఒక్కరు இருக்குடா லொக்கேஷன் ஓகேவா இவ்வளோ திட்டக்கூடாது சொல்கிறேன். எடுக்குவா
பரவாயில்ல எடு பரவாயில்ல
உட்காரட்டும்.
Sure. Okay. Good morning.
எடுத்து போயிட்டா
Only the first and the second row students are answering. The rest all are like Monday blues. Last row boys, hi. Hello. Interesting la. Had good lunch? No? Ma'am. Why? Why isn't the lunch given yet?
ஓகேவா
Power.
நல்லா
பசங்க ப்ராப்ளி வில் பி திங்கிங் என்னடா இவனுங்க மண்டே அதெல்லாம் காலாங்காத்தெல்லாம் கூப்பிட்டு ஒரு 4 கிழமையில உட்கார வச்சுட்டு தேவையில்லாம ஒழுங்கா நாங்கள் ஆச்சு பங்க் அடிச்சுட்டு மண்டே அதுமா மூவி போயிருப்போம், வீக்கெண்ட் அதுவும் போல கேர்ள் ஃப்ரெண்டோட பிஸியாக இருந்தோம், விமென்ஸ் டே ஷாப்பிங் பண்ணிட்டேன் அவங்களுக்கு
அந்த பக்கத்தில்
தேவையில்லாம வர வச்சுட்டீங்க அப்படின்னு யோசிச்சுருக்காங்க பசங்க. If I'm not wrong, yeah?
அவன் எடுக்கிறான்னு
Are you all with me, boys?
நீ எடு என்ன
Boys இல்லையா?
எடுத்து வச்சுக்கோ சாம்பிள்.
வாயத்தோதி இப்பயாவது பேசுங்க. டீனா நின்று இருக்காரு ஃப்ரண்ட்ல, அதே சீட்டை தான் நானும் உட்காந்துட்டு வந்தேன், இப்பவும் பேச மாட்டேன்றாங்க. ஓகே, ரியலி டெல் மீ பாய்ஸ், எஸ் நோ, நாட் given, true false, none of the options, right? Okay, so I think now
இங்கேருந்து ஜூம் பண்ணிவிட்டு
boys, girls, both irrespective of the genders are very very silent. இதான் மெல்ட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கீங்க.
இன்னொன்று ஜூம் பண்ணி எடுத்தா
Okay.
பெயிண்ட் மாதிரி
So there's nothing great about us, like whatever they said. So we're just another normal human being who just followed our dreams, and yeah, we are standing here. And for me especially, like if you ask what do you want to be in your life, if I ask any one of you what would you answer? What's that you want to be in your life? The first thing, if I have to ask someone, so what's that going to be?
Is that okay?
People who are actually into some deep conversations already towards my left. So yeah, let's do this.
This experiment was actually given to us when I was studying 10 years back. 10 வருஷம் முன்னாடி.
Exactly. We are here after 10 years.
Let me feel younger again. Okay, I come back. I'm feeling nostalgic. So let's do this.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm going to go and ask. இந்த பேர் ஏன் கேக்குறேன்னு அப்புறமா சொல்றேன்.
Lights on, camera, action.
What's your name?
Sorry, Ishwar. Okay. What? Who's next? Sai, actually you should probably target that side, because I think they're under that,
You can hear, right?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. I think they're not having such bright lights there, so they're not trying to escape from you. நாற்பதெல்லாம் பண்ணோம் 10 வருஷம் முன்னாடி when we were sitting in your places, we also did this. So just give us like 5 minutes, okay? I know you're running late for your flight, so. Okay, so we have a Monday morning superstar. Probably he's just woken up. Sai, wow,
I will tell you why I did this.
Why?
So நான் 10 வருஷம் முன்னாடி இந்த ரோல உட்கார்க்கும் போது இந்த மாதிரி ஒருத்தர் வந்து என் பேரு கேட்டாரு. So it was more. So I said when he asked he was like surprised. மத்தவங்க கிட்ட கேட்க போகும்போது they were also telling the name, but I don't know why he said he was surprised. ஏன்னா நான் வந்து என்னோட பேரை ரொம்ப ப்ரௌடா கான்ஃபிடென்ட்டா சொன்னேன். So tell me your name.
Mauri Raj, ma'am.
What's your name?
Mauri Raj.
What's your name?
Mauri Raj.
So see, this is Mauri Raj. Feel proud. எங்க போனாலும் பயப்படாதீங்க. எல்லாமே நம்ம இடம் தான். Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Go, you can go sit in your place. Yes, so இப்போ புரியுதா நான் ஏன் வந்து எல்லாரோட பேர் கேட்டேன்னு. So always be proud to tell your name, guys. ஒருத்தங்க பின்னாடி உட்கார்ந்து சொல்றாங்க. Be proud to come and sit in the front.
If you are not confident and if you are feeling ashamed to tell your name in a confident way, then I think your identity is lost right there. Yeah, your name is your identity. Your name is your brand.
Exactly.
Your 4 P's of marketing that you guys learn in the first year and second year. Why do you do that?
நான் இப்போ கூப்பிட்டு நம்ம பின்னாடி பெஞ்சர் ஃப்ரண்ட்ல உட்கார சொல்லுங்க.
White shirt to the left, last bench. மௌரி ராஜுக்கு பக்கத்துல உங்களோட மொத்த கேங்கையும் கூப்பிட்டு அப்படியே இந்த ஃப்ரண்ட்ல வாங்க. கேங் லீடர் நீங்க தான் தெரியுது. அப்படியே வாங்க ஃப்ரண்ட்ல வாங்க.
Guys, please come on, come in the front here.
We have time. We have like you know a foreign.
Super, எல்லாரும் கிளாப் பண்ணுங்கப்பா. வந்தாங்க பாருங்க.
She needs to go catch a flight. She needs to go catch a flight. So meanwhile, by the time all these boys sitting to my left corner and to this right corner over here, the last 2 boys were actually technically hiding, not trying to show their beautiful faces to me in the morning. Please come up. There were girls also. Yeah, I'm sorry. There are girls also, I believe. Yes, the boys and girls are trying to hide yourself. Please don't hide. அப்படிலாம் இல்ல, பசங்க தான் ஃப்ரண்ட்ல வருவாய், சும்மா இருங்க. If you are wearing mask and you think that nobody will find you out, definitely not. I again ask Sai Pramodita to come there, catch you and ask her to bring you in the front. If you don't come in the next 5 seconds, you want to get publicity in that way, I am ready to do that. Or if you silently want to come and sit where nobody sees you, that is also okay. Oh yeah, you guys are the ones who gave the last. Yes. Come. Now I remember. Last benches always comes in the last. Yes, come. So meanwhile, tell me, what is that you guys want to become? What do you want to do? If you guys are done with your conversations, then maybe we can start quickly. If you guys are done, with your conversation? Probably you guys had something really important to discuss about what came up in times of India and economic times today. So if you are done, then we can proceed. Yeah, if that's good for you guys, we can proceed. Yeah. Please. It's not a punishment or something that you have to stand there. I just wanted you to come and sit in the front. That's all. Nothing else. What happened to the other 2 boys who were there with you? Huh? Okay. So yeah, can someone come and tell me what you guys want to do, what you want to become? The next 2 people, at least like 2 or 3, at least the first benches. Manager in what? What is business administration? What is financial? Be specific, be very clear. Be clear as to what you want to do. You are coming up with 2, 3. See, this is where you guys get confused. You know, you are probably just saying, I want to become a manager into business administration, into finance. So just be very crisp and clear as to what you want to become.
Sir, like to become a collector, sir.
Okay. So now it is completely changed from financial analyst and programming to becoming a collector. Okay. Anyone else? To my right. Okay, the one who is just trying to fight behind you, the grey color shirt, who is just happily enjoying this gala time over here. No, you don't have to put up your shirt, but no, that is okay. You want to look sexy, that's up to you. I am not going to comment on it. So yeah, you can just get up and just tell me what is that you want to do. Just tell me what next, like after MBA, what is that you want to do?
A singer.
Sorry?
Singer.
Beautiful, please come. So more than we coming and standing over here talking and trying to wake you up the last 15 minutes. Let your own friend do that honor. Huh? Let your own friend probably just sing a quick few stanzas for you and try to wake up the boys who are, trying. Yeah, quickly, 2 stanzas. Now your friends are, somewhere trying to pick up from their deep sleep. So people want to become an engineer, people want to become a collector, people want to become an IAS officer, people want to sing, dance, whatever that they want to, but nobody told me that the very first thing is that they want to be a good human being. Yeah, very simple. You all are tomorrow's managers. Unless and until you be a good human and try to take care of the others' needs and help them out, be support. There's no point of you having a master's in business administration. So first, be good to yourself, be a good human being, and the rest will automatically fall into its place. Yeah. So let's not take too much of time from Sneha because he has to travel back. So let's just go and have this as a more interactive session. We've all done what we had to do, and we're just gonna listen to what there's success stories here and there, but very importantly because you all are gonna start something right after April and May once your exams are done. So please come up with questions, ask them what you feel like asking, which probably you would not ask someone else. You might hesitate here and there, so just think that, consider all 4 of us as one of your friend and come up with something that you want to get your doubts clarified, whether it's women related work or whether it is men's related workers work. So just please don't be very, very silent. It's not going to help either of us because all 4 of us know what each other are doing in life. So you guys need to come up. Yeah, I hope that is going to work for some of you. Yes, no, not given, true, false, not in the question paper, out of syllabus. Yes? Yes? Will you ask questions? Perfect, thank you. Sure. Okay, so we'll start with Sneha first because, like I said, NRI don't give much of time.
Yes, no.
So yeah. So Sneha, just walk us through your let's just forget about how you finished MBA and things like that. So let's just focus on your career goal. Just tell us as to how you started and what is it to be in UK and to run a Indian origin food industry and things like that. Just take us through your journey, please.
Thanks, Rian. So yeah, hi all. Like Prasida ma'am was mentioning, she didn't, expect me to become an entrepreneur. Even myself, I didn't expect myself to be an entrepreneur at all. So back in 2015-17, when I finished my second year, my only goal that time was, to get placed. அது மட்டும் இல்லை Big 4 வருது அப்படின்னா அதில் தான் எது பெஸ்ட்டாக இருக்கோ அதில் தான் போகணுன்னு இருந்தேன். ஸோ I wanted to get placed at EY. So I was thinking, okay, that's my dream job. That's going to be my destiny. Our destiny keeps changing and there's nothing wrong if the destiny keeps changing, then you're on the right track. So yeah, I joined EY. So if any one of you are here again with same thought that you wanted to get into campus recruit into Big 4 or any good company that's coming up, This is not to scare you, so yeah, just to let you know the reality. This didn't work out for me, so that's the reason why I thought, working for 60 hours a week for someone else, when I have the potential to work for 60 hours for someone else, why can't I work for my own self is what the first thing that triggered me to, start a business. So break time we were just discussing. இந்த ஸ்நாக்ஸ் போட்டு தர அக்கா வந்து ரொம்ப நல்லா பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணுறாங்கல்ல, அப்போ அவங்களுக்கே நம்மளோட நிறைய காசு கிடைக்கும், ஒரு டீ கடை ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாமா இப்படின்லாம் தான் we were just discussing with our friends, just as a casual discussion. That's when we were just thinking, இப்போ கூட I'm sure like at least one or two would definitely have this idea. Does anyone have this idea at all? Guys? You all have, right? Probably when you go for Alsammal போய் சாப்பிட்றவங்க இருக்கலாம் இங்கே கண்டிப்பாக, because I used to go when I go with my friends, we used to think இந்த அல்சமால்காரன் அவள் உண்டு ஒரு சின்ன கடை வச்சுட்டு நல்லா சம்பாதிக்கிறான் போல இருக்கு, நம்ம போயிட்டு எதுக்கு 60 hours ஒர்க் பண்ணி இது பண்ணணும், வை டு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் ஆர் செல்ஃப் அப்படின்னா நிறைய யோசிச்சுட்டு இருக்கோம். ஸோ தட்ஸ் வென் this thought of starting a business actually came up. But trust me, I'm not from a background where my family is into business, or if I go to tell my mom that நான் பிஸ்னஸ் ஆரம்பிக்க போறேம்மா அப்படின்னா, my mom will be like, சரி இப்போ என்ன சாப்பிட வேணும்னு சொல்லி அடுத்த வேலையை பார்க்கலாம். This is how they were, to be honest. And I'm sure for at least 20% of this crowd, you will have the intention to start, but then to kickstart something, there won't be proper support from your family, or there could be barriers, financial constraints, or there could be barriers with technical start as well as to எங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றது, if I have to start ethically, if I have to start, I have to register myself. It's not just what you see, there's a lot of things that's there behind to start a proper business as well, right? Like starting from recruiting resources and procuring things and everything. So the start point is like you need to have an idea. If you have an idea, then you can definitely do it well. So what I did for myself was, I was having idea, but அந்த idea ஒரு 2-3 yearsக்கு போயிட்டே இருந்துச்சு. It doesn't mean that எவ்வளோ நாளா யோசிக்கிறோம் பட் பண்ணுவோமா மாட்டோமா, but believe in yourself that you can do it one day and keep doing what you're doing as well. Don't stop yourself from what you're doing as well, so that you can definitely do things. So I joined EY, I was working there, I got promotion, I got good recognition there. Then I moved to UK. Then I was working there as well as a tax consultant in UK as well. I'm still working. I didn't disclose this initially, but then just to let you all know that if you are going to start a business with no support, then it's better that you have a strong backup, so that if I go now tell my mom that நான் அடுத்த branch ஆரம்பிக்க போறேன் அப்படின்னா, I'm sure she'll be like, oh அப்படியா, very good, do it, அவ்வளவுதான் அப்படின்னு. So I thought, okay, இதுக்கு என்ன தேவை அப்படின்னா, I worked for it, I earned, I saved money, then I learned a lot of other things while working as well, and then I started a business. Because when you start a business, there's going to be a lot of turbulences, and there's going to be a lot of learning and unlearning things as well. So that's when I started, I was pretty confident that even if this is not going to work out, I'm still okay to continue, because இது நடக்கலனாலும் at least try பண்ணோன்னு இருக்கும். If you don't try at all, then there's no point in it. And one good thing is you have the age. Even if you see something, if you face something that's like negative, or God forbid and something goes wrong, you can still always recover yourself from it and move on and just go ahead. And there's one more thing that it doesn't mean that if you're married, then you'll have to focus for your family, or if you have kids, then you'll have to focus for them, or you cannot do. I can quote a lot of successful women entrepreneurs who have kids, but rather than quoting all them, I don't mean to say I'm successful, but when I can do it, I'm pretty sure you can all do it, because I have a 2-year-old baby and an 8-month-old baby as well. And apart from looking after these 2 kids without any support there in UK, because here at least you have family, you have a lot of cousins and friends around, but over there it's not like that. You have very few limited options and very few limited people around you, so anything happens, you'll have to look after your own self. When you can look after, believe in yourself and just follow what you want to do, but always make sure that you are ready to face the worst of the uncertain that's coming up, so that you can definitely do well with whatever you want to do. In case if there's anyone who have such kind of desires or something, please feel free to reach out to me. I can help you, like அதுக்கு நான் ரெஸ்டாரண்ட் ஆரம்பிக்கணும்க்கா இங்கே ஆரம்பிக்கணும் அப்படின்னா அப்படி கிடையாது. I can train you as to what needs to be taught, what is all the things that needs to be taught, and what is all the things that you need to ignore as well, because there are many things that you need to ignore for yourself. Like நம்மளால முடியாதுன்னு சொல்லலாம், இல்லை உனக்கு குழந்தை இருக்குன்னு சொல்லலாம், என்ன வேணா சொல்லலாம், but doesn't matter. If you have to do it, you can do it. So yeah, anybody over there who have thoughts like starting up a tea stall, or you won't know, even chai kings, those are doing well, you won't know எது எப்படி எங்க நடக்கும், you won't know at all. Like back in 2020, I didn't know that I'm going to start a business and my business is going to run well, and I'm having plans to open another branch or whatever it is for the matter. So you won't know what is going to happen anytime. Even now, if you don't have thoughts for any for now you have plans for just working in some company, it's still good. Everything happens for some good. So just believe in that and keep going on, guys.
So, Sneha, just tell us one more thing. Like every time that there is a brand, when you want to actually start up your own business, the first thing that comes up is the trading name. Like, what is that the brand that you want to create that will reach out to people? So, can you also tell them when you named your business the Biryani Mama, what is the ideology behind it? Why Biryani Mama? Like, for an example, if someone asks me, Talapakati, the name vachirukanga, because it's famous in Dindigul Talapakati, that's how the brand reached. So, what is the ideology behind the Biryani Mama? Where it came from? And why Biryani Mama, not like Chennai Biryani or Madras Biryani or anything like that?
Yeah, that's a good question, Jan. Thanks. So yeah, just when we settled down initially moving to UK, there were very limited Indian restaurants there. Back in 2009 or so, if you see, there was a trend when everybody, yaara ketalum US pay settle aano, UK pay settle aano, everybody wanted to move abroad, explore there, be it for studies or be it for work, for any good reason, they wanted to move there. So once when they move there, the reality is they don't get good Indian food, like the authentic. There are a lot of restaurants, but the authenticity matters. Like எந்த restaurant போனாலும் அந்த taste அங்க இருக்காது. So that's when we thought, like as a concept, when 3 friends, when they moved there, we just thought, okay, the reality is that they were starving for food, and we wanted to make it local so that it brings a personal connect to our people who are there. Like just as how casually you call your friends mama, machan, like that. So that's when we thought, okay, we wanted to introduce the connect, for personal connect, mama, and for the product that we are focusing on was biryani. So that's the reason why we named it as Biryani Mama. So again, that's the reason why although it might not sound so great for you over here, but for that particular market where where people starve for the actual authentic Indian taste, and where people rarely hear our local language, it's like a personal connect and a bond to them to come. So that's the reason why we had. And again, we wanted to promote our be ourselves and promote that. It's not just we have Indian customers alone, we have a lot of foreigners coming up. The only thing is they like to explore, they wanted to explore, so we wanted them to explore our best of us, so that it reaches more as well.
Yeah, so also just tell us, like, it's not that easy to start a company irrespective of whether you are in India or whether you are settled abroad. Like an Indian who is just going there, working for an organization, just trying to start up something on their own. So can you just also tell them from your perspective, as in like from your business perspective, what are the actual challenges that that you faced for registering a company? So everywhere, like here we have this GST board, no faster, then you'll have to look for a place, then get those rental agreements done. So there are a lot of checkpoints, so how difficult or how easy it was for you, to set it up there?
So basically things are very transparent there. So we just need to have a proper a proper execution plan that has to be done. So you need to show them and prove them that you have the particular resources that's required to be done, and you're meeting the quality standards, and you have the there's something called a course which is like food and hygiene course. So if you qualify yourself for food and hygiene course, and then you need to get the premises license. So everything happens as on a parallel way. So when you have the idea to start, everything has to be on a parallel way, that you need to look out for a place, get the premises license for that place. Also, you have to, if you have plans for liquor, then get the liquor license as well. And then you need to show that you have enough resources. So that's the main challenge over there. If you have to deliver Indian food there, you need to have chefs who are going to prepare such good, really delicious food that's going to match the requirements. So you need to have that. And again payroll, then again home office registration, and there's something called company's house there. So you need to incorporate your business first before even you first register and incorporate, declare whatever is required, like who are the directors, their nationality, and everything over there, so that everything is in line with what is required. So that's when the basic foundation is fulfilled. After which you will have to raw materials. Even those raw materials might, like how you have the ISI mark over here, there are few standards over there that you meet those standards for all the equipments that you have. Each of the equipments should have a license, so that you have the right to use it. For example, if you're going to have a CCTV, you need to make sure that you display the there's something called this place is recorded, so that you explicitly tell the customers that you are, because you don't have rights to record when they are going to walk in and walk out, right? So you need to say that you have reserved the right in this place for you to record. So these are the very basic things that is very sensitive, and you need to make sure that you're meeting all these. For example,
this is the most important point that which all of you should actually concentrate. Having from the last. Today she has one, tomorrow she must have where she might require. So your dream can be fulfilled by Sneha. It is possible, it is definitely possible. If she from from living, you stay somewhere in Chromepet side, no? If I'm not wrong, no, you stay in Chromepet. West Mambalam. So somebody from West Mambalam can go all the way just one branch and do. Somebody from West Mambalam can go all the way just one branch and do. So the justice there, I think everybody can do it. So if you guys have anything to ask, I'm just a little tired of sitting, so that's something not me. So if you guys want to ask her anything, you can ask before she actually has to leave. Anything with respect to somebody, yeah.
Good afternoon, Sneha. How are you? I still remember I was the placement officer when you took up this EY, right?
Yes, you're right, sir.
I just want to ask one very important question. I have seen you always very studious, very dedicated, and one of the top rankers, right? So we are proud about it. You are making your stamp in the English soil. That's nice to know. But I also understand you are from a proper vegetarian family. Yes or no?
You're right.
So that should be the most difficult task to, put your idea first of all to your family. And when you said this biryani mama, I thought this mama is this air mama. Usually pull people by calling. So I thought that it should be. But only when you spoke up, I understand you spoke about the meat. And is it a non-vegetarian? That's yes, great. That's great. Yes. You have to have a real broad mindset to venture into such a business. First of all, my appreciations for that. Please, my dear students, can you put your hands?
I still don't eat non-veg.
That's great. That's great. A business is a business, and you have that kind of mindset where people, vegetarians, really reserve their ideas not to enter into vegetarian hotel also to eat, but you have ventured into a business. That's great. So what are the challenges that you faced in that front? Because many of the people here, even if they wanted to start a business in liquor, or best friend immediately say that it is not possible. Our family is different and all those things. Probably you would also had such kind of pitfalls or challenges to.
Yes, sir, I completely agree, and thanks for putting this up. I'm a vegetarian, and my family is strictly against it. But then I told them and made it very clear that business and my personal is completely different. I don't want to mix my personal grounds into business at all. Just that my personal abilities should only influence my business, but my personal character or my likes and dislikes shouldn't, influence the business. I only did the market study. I understood that, there's a requirement, and that made me, the demand requirement made me to actually start the venture. So that's the only thing. I did have a lot of critics. I did have a lot of, my own father was against it. My parents were against it. But then my determination, and I convinced them. I don't mean to say go against anyone, but if you have strong, valid justification to convince anybody and convince yourself firstly, and that should be more than enough to start up.
Check. Okay, so anybody has anything else to ask from Sneha? So can I consider the silence as no, and you all are very clear from her, her picture? Yes, someone else? Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Like you said, you started a business beginning now. So may I know what strategy you used, like old one or the modern version or your own strategy, ma'am, to develop your company or a business?
Yeah, so I use my own way. I don't know what you mean by old or new. My way was to follow my dreams, and what is required was fulfilled at the time that is required to be fulfilled. So if you can be more clear as to in which perspective you're asking what strategy was used. Do you mean for operations? Do you mean for...
I probably think that he's asking you the old ways of marketing or the new strategies, which is basically getting into social media, doing the paid promotions, or getting the social influencers to come in and then promote. Or is it the old school way of
you mean word of mouth?
Yeah, word of mouth marketing.
So
is that your question, if I'm not wrong? Yeah.
In that case, my answer is the new trend, that is, using social media influencers coming up there and having, of course, paid promotion. Because for a small business, for you to have a new brand, establishing a new brand and to let the market know about your new brand, of course, you need to have these kind of extra, push-up factors like, paid promotions and social media influencers coming up there. So we have every month, there's going to be one social media influencer coming up there, irrespective of the nationality. We have both Indian as well as British nationals coming there as social media influencers, and they do come and do, and that is one way that we do. So we use the new trend of, apart from word of mouth. Of course, we do follow word of mouth as well. We do have this lot of social, WhatsApp groups where we have like Indians in so and so community, and so we use those as well for promotions.
Check. Yeah. So I think anyone else who's got, yeah. Yeah, you have a lot of fan followers tonight, yeah.
I don't think so. Probably it's biryani.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, being new to UK, being a new member into a new country, how did you find contacts? How did you analyze your demand? Did you ask your surroundings, or did you get it from social media or any social influences?
So like I mentioned, there are a lot of WhatsApp groups where you have Indians in particular community and all that, and there's going to be a lot of other social gatherings that usually takes place. So I take the opportunity of interacting with a lot of people, connecting with a lot of people, and understand what's the requirement there and what's the challenges that they face. And I myself was also a person who tested and tried many things for my own self, when I was in a particular place. Personally, I was in a place called Kevasham, which is like part of London. Then I moved to north of London. Then I realized what's there, what's not there, and I understood what's people's taste by just interacting with a lot of people. When I go to temple, or like when we have a lot of events happening there. When Diwali comes up, Pongal comes up, so that's when I make the opportunity to just interact with a lot of people and understand what's their requirement, and that's how I did. Thank you.
Okay.
So basically, if you guys want to become an entrepreneur, you cannot sit silently like this. You'll have to open up, come out, speak to a lot of people. Only if you start to explore things, only then you get answers and questions for your own self. If you're going to sit, you'll be sitting always, nothing else.
This we will probably ask them after 10 years when we are sitting, when they're going to be sitting there, and there'll be another bunch of students who are going to be sitting there and just keeping very silent. Probably that is the time when everyone's going to realize. So that's about it. That's the success story of Sneha. Once again, a big round of applause to her. Yes, she's actually going to take your leave. So
Thank you so much, guys. If anyone wants to connect with me, feel free to connect with me anytime. I'm more than happy to help you all. And I'm proud of being an SRM alumni. I'm sure you guys will also be very soon proud alumni of SRM University. Take care, guys.
thank you, Sneha. Thank you for actually coming and helping them out. Thank you so much. So one wicket over, 2 more to go. So who do you want to actually ask questions? Now that since morning that you've been hearing about Sai, about me, about Sneha, about Deepthi, everybody, you know what Deepthi is into. Already there's a hand coming up. Yeah, if you just give me 30 seconds, I'll finish now. So anybody directly, instead of again starting their success stories and again, moving around here and there, which is going to make you to sleep. So directly, you can actually ask them some questions. So here and there, we will also pitch in, try to get your queries resolved.
Good morning, sir. So I have a question for you.
Me? I'm not even there in the picture.
No, just with the introduction, the
Yeah.
the very beginning.
Yeah.
So I heard that you were a DJ.
I am
and
still.
You are still, and now you're working in Barclays as a financial analyst. So
Yeah.
how did you travel from being a DJ to an analyst? Because both are different components. You studied PG. Is that the reason you become a financial analyst, or like both are different streams? So just wanted to know your journey.
Yeah. Okay, so to be very simple and very precise, so music is something, like it's just a hobby for me. Like you asked, it's a very much hobby for me. And yeah, it was never that I wanted to get into corporate or I wanted to do something else. So I've always been a speaker right from my childhood. I never had this stage fear. So whenever I come in front of crowd, when I put my hands up, it doesn't shake. It's there right from probably from first standard or second standard. So unless and until I'm sick completely, this will not shake. So that's the one kind of confidence level that I have right from the beginning. That's kind of some kind of powers that I have. So I like presenting myself in front of a huge gathering. So that is one reason why, more than giving lectures, I thought I'll entertain them with music. So that is still continuing. That will continue. That is like some extra side money that I get because the petrol prices have gone up to 100 rupees these days, and even the cigarette boxes have gone up to 180, 200. So most of my smoker friends here knows that. So it's quite difficult to manage your expenses with just one solid income. No. If someone tells me, I'm just going to start up my work, I am just going to make one single entity and just stop from there, it's not going to help you at any cost. So, like how, if you see here actually, let it be Sneha for that matter, she's already working at EY and she has a side business going on as well. If you see Sai here, Deepti is also into multiple business. So these days, with just one solid income, you can. Someone might like doing, like giving mehendi to their. Like some would like to, Pulsar bikes or cars for that matter. Yes, we can also get into something, have your own showroom for that matter. Get into this mechanism where you can, have like a big service center along with you and simultaneously do something. If you don't want to do anything also in life, you just think that 9 to 6 job and I'm happy, I have a beautiful wife and 2 kids at home, that is more than enough for me in life. Simultaneously, just put one potty and sit off. It's not a joke. I'm serious. Every day you'll, end of the day, you'll at least make some 1,000, 2,000 bucks. Save that, invest it, double it, triple it. You never know. Today you wanted to study MBA, probably only for work. Only one reason you want to study MBA is because your parents forced you. Not because you want to learn something. Yeah? 99.9999%. That's the reality. So tomorrow your son or with your one income, do you think you can fulfill their dreams? No, you can't do anything for yourself. You'll get tired. You'll be exhausted running, like Sneha said, 60, 70 hours a week. It's not a
functional training, not popular back in the day, 5 years back, was very difficult. What are you saying? You're charging such a premium price. A regular gym would charge around 12, somewhere at 69,500 a year. So the difference was vast. Selling was very difficult. Making people believe was very hard. We worked on it. We got the right influencers, like how Rian said, social media really helped at that point in time. It took in around 6 months for us to establish that there was my functional training. Yeah, so it's something that you have to keep working on. Questions that you guys want to ask me?
Yeah, I believe it's lunchtime for all of us. So before we start going and rushing up in the canteen, if you guys have anything to ask Deepti, you can ask her. Or if you are done, then we can move to the next speaker. You have another one. Please don't tell me this time it's for me. I'm going to get a shock of my life again.
So you actually gave us a point where during the COVID time, the CrossFit came down and it wasn't functioning properly. There was a video call, video training, and even sometimes audio training, online training was actually happening. Yeah. CrossFit was actually helping a lot because 90% of the people wasn't able to work out through the gym. Nobody had a lot of equipments, so people started feeling that they are putting on weight and they started working in home. And after the COVID, actually the people started rushing towards CrossFit. That's the way I actually analyze more than gym. I think so. So mine is a functional training studio. So a slight difference from CrossFit. CrossFit, you're going to be lifting heavier weights. Usually under the whole thing of HIIT, they believe CrossFit, functional training and all is the same, but there is a slight difference. Functional training is more of your body weight training. So when, as rightly you pointed out, everybody got more interested in their fitness and all of that, the problem is there wasn't right guidance. So you look into a YouTube video which is shot by an American whose lifestyle is very different from what we are. At home, tell me how many of you work out every day? We don't. Our mothers say eat, sleep, study, go. That's our lifestyle, right? So if you look at them, their physical activity is very important for them. And when they do those kind of lunges and they do those kind of jumps and burpees, it looks fancy. You think nothing's going to happen to you. You need the right guidance. You may not be doing it right. And that's why I was able to sustain F45 even after that.
Because I was able to tell them that, listen, you need a floor mat which is this thick for you to actually do this kind of a squat or this kind of a lunge, or you want to do a burpee, you know, so things like this. Again, it's just the awareness. But as you rightly said, I think people are more towards fitness nowadays, which is a good thing.
Because people think that only if we go gym, lift weights, they only then we are actually putting efforts. But when during the COVID, when they were actually using their body weight, only then they realized that even a squat, even
absolutely, I think it comes with experience as having everything, but it didn't work for me. You know, I injured my knees. So I think it's important to know the right form, the right technique to do it with the right guidance. Only then you'll be able to achieve your goals quicker.
Anything else for Deepti? Or can you? So I just quickly tell like, you know, when we actually, yeah. So here, I'll just tell you a gist of something. So when you heard Sneha speak, you heard Deepti speak, they only told you the positive sides as to they know they just started the business. This is why I wanted to please people with giving them the local biryani taste, or I wanted people to be healthy. With Sai, there is a completely different story altogether. So everyone started with positive. Here, it starts with a negative aspect. So if you are actually interested, you can hear the story because it's actually very interesting.
Yeah, hi. So, is everybody comfortable with Tamil? Yes, super. Tamil is கொஞ்சம் எமோஷன் இருக்கு. ஸோ இப்போ என்ன நான் எம்பிஏ முடிச்சிட்டேன். நான் எங்கள் வீட்டில் வந்து கொஞ்சம் இந்த படினாங்க. சரி டான்ஸ் ஆடிட்டு இருந்தேன். அப்போது 2 ரியாலிட்டி ஷோஸ் பண்ணேன். ஸோ மை கரியர் வாஸ் கோயிங் குட். ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து ஆக்டிங்கில் சான்ஸ் கிடைச்சது. பட் ஸ்டில் மை ஃபேமிலி செட் நோ யூ ஹேவ் டு ஸ்டடி பிகாஸ் இட்ஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். யார் அது? தூங்கிரு, நீ தூங்கிரு. தூங்கிரு. நான் ஒரு எமோஷனோட என் கதையை சொல்லிக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். So yeah, MBA படிச்சு முடிச்சிட்டு I got into decathlon campus interview. So I worked for 3 years, and then my husband said, okay, குழந்தை இருக்கு, so you take care of the kid, or if you want to take a break, you take. I don't want you to keep running like this அப்படினா. So I said, okay, நான் வீட்ல I'll take a break னு சொல்லி சரி பொண்டாட்டி எம்பிஏ படிச்சிருக்கா, எப்படியும் பிசினஸ் பத்தி உள்ள கரைச்சு குடிச்சிருப்பா, நம்ம ஒரு பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிப்போம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு காஃபி ஷாப் ஒன்று வச்சேன் வேலைச்சேரியில. My thought also was like, yeah, I'm an MBA graduate, என்ன பிசினஸ் அடிச்சு தூக்கிடலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு 25 lakhs பிளான் பண்ணோம். ஸோ 25 lakhs I invested, we started it, and கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா போக சோஃபா சிம்பிளாலாம் இருக்கக்கூடாது, கிராண்டா வச்சிடலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு பயங்கரமா ஒரு சோஃபா சீட்டு கீட்டு எல்லாம் இன்டீரியர் 75 லட்சம் ஆயிடுச்சு போட்டேன். எப்படி அந்த காசு புரட்டணும்னு எங்களுக்கே தெரியல. என் ஹஸ்பண்டோட சேலரி வரும், அதுல போட்டுருவோம், பிசினஸ் ரன் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம். என்னன்னா I didn't analyze the area, I didn't know how much I'm going to invest, I didn't fix anything. So I was such a fool. இவ்ளோ படிச்சு எனக்கு வந்து இவ்ளோ ஒரு I did well in my studies as well. So but I didn't have that thinking process to analyze the market. I didn't do anything. Full of பணத்தை போட்டாச்சு the market. I didn't know what I was going to do in spite of having a task which I didn't like. Why follow my passion? எனக்கு பிடிச்சது பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இந்த வாட்டி ஓகே நான் வந்து ரொம்ப கால்குலேட்டிவா இவ்வளவுதான் நான் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுவேன். மார்க்கெட் என்ன முதல்ல டிமாண்ட் தெரிஞ்ச ஒரு வேலையை பண்றது ஈஸியர். உனக்கு கான்டாக்ட்ஸும் இருக்கும். ப்ரோ எனக்கு வந்து இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு, நீங்க வந்து எனக்கு ஏதாவது பிசினஸ் வந்து அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணி கொடுங்கன்னா people will be there. Instead of going into something you don't know at all, it's better to be with people whom you know and create your own business. So this time I have a dubbing studio because my husband is in the media. He's a television serial director, so obviously he knows all the producers. He has equipment and solli alandu நான் வந்து business start பண்ணேன், and it is going good. Better than what I expected, to be honest. ஏன்னா ஆத்துல போட்டாலும் அளந்து போடணும்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அதை வந்து நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன். இந்த வாட்டி வந்து கரெக்டா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஐ டிட் திஸ். ஸோ ரைட் நவ் ரியான் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஒரு வேலை பண்றது பத்தாது, ஏன்னா எல்லாருக்குமே 2 முகம் இருக்கும்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அது வந்து வேலையில இருக்கிறது பெட்டர். ஸோ 2 வேலை பண்ணுங்க அண்ட் ஃபாலோ யுவர் பேஷன் ஃபார் தட். ஸோ நான் வந்து எனக்கு பிடிச்ச ஃபீல்டு வந்து ஃபிலிம் மேக்கிங் அண்ட் ப்ரொடக்ஷன் ஹவுஸ். ஸோ நான் வந்து கனாக்கணம் காலங்கள் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கொஞ்சம் யங்ஸ்டர்ஸோடய இருந்தால் நம்மளும் கொஞ்சம் யூத்தாக ஃபீல் ஆகலன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட்ல வந்து ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் ஒர்க்கிங். ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ கோயிங் குட். Yes, so if you guys want to ask anything, you can. இல்லைனாலும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை, கிளம்பிடலாம். ஐயோ ப்ரோ சொல்லுங்க ப்ரோ.
Ma'am, how do you feel about
It was devastating, yeah. 75 lakhs and that too, if I had earned it and I put it in the business, na எனக்கு guilty ஆ இருந்திருக்காது. It was my husband's hard-earned money. He used to work 30 days, no break. இவங்களுக்கு வந்து காலையில 7 மணிக்கு போறாங்கன்னா நைட் 11 o'clock தான் they come home. அப்போ வச்சுக்கலாம். ரொம்ப டவுன் ஆயிட்டேன். But then my husband's support was there, obviously, so he helped me come out of it. எனக்கு சடனா நைட்ல தூக்கத்துல இருந்து நான் ஏன் உட்காந்துருவேன், ஐயோ இவ்ளோ காசு போச்சே, ஐயோ இப்படி ஏமாந்துட்டோமே அப்படின்னு. அது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா தான் இருந்துச்சு. இப்போ வந்து I can face any problem. அந்த மாதிரி எனக்கு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் வந்துருச்சு.
money wise அது வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஒரு loss of but you have learned that something.
Exactly, very true. இது சொல்றது அதுதான் அந்த ஒரு ஃபெயிலியர் இன்னைக்கு வந்து கான்ஃபிடென்ட்டா நிக்க 100% ஹெல்ப் பண்ணி. அது 75 லட்சம் செலவு பண்ணது கொஞ்சம் மனவேதனையா தானே இருக்கும்.
நீங்க ஒரு காஃபி ஷாப்ல ஒரு இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணீங்க, சிம்பிளா அதாவது ஒரு
that is the mistake I did. So
thank you.
Great. There's one more question. I'll bring it from noise.
கணக்காரம் கலந்து சான்ஸ் கிடைக்குமான்னு கேட்குறாங்க பசங்க கொஞ்சம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்.
மௌரிஷ்க்கு வேணா கொடுக்குறப்பா, மௌரிஷ்க்கு தான் கொடுக்குறாங்க.
Okay. Hari, can you stand up? Hari, I think there is a relevance in which the question which he asked, because he also started a food restaurant, right? And yeah, that's why I think already he started and he invested and he made a small loss also. And we are giving him some little counseling. I think people like you can give better ideas. And yeah. So that's the thing. Thank you so much.
ரொம்ப ஃபீல் பண்றேன்னா சொல்ல ரெண்டு
இல்ல அந்த டைம்ல to be honest வந்து இது அந்த டாபிக் இப்படி நான் வந்து சிஸ்டர் பேசணும்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. பட் ரைட் நோ ஐ ஹேவ் தி கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் தட் அது காசு தான் போட்டாலும் நான் சம்பாதிச்சிடுவேன் அப்படின்னு அந்த கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் வந்து எனக்கு அந்த பேருக்கு அப்புறம் வந்துச்சு. It was a heavy price to pay because I was feeling guilty most of the time for my husband's hard-earned money. But yes, பாத்துக்கலாம் அந்த டயலாக் தான் பாத்துக்கலாம்
of the money, you know, it's how you come over it matters. It's not about 75 lakhs or 25 lakhs or 25 rupees or 100 rupees. It doesn't really matter. Depending on your business scale, everybody loses money. Like I have lost close to about 10 lakhs. Just that people cheat it and then they left. So there are a lot of things, you know. It just goes up because at the end of the day, when you act as a vendor to someone, then you land up paying from your own pockets. Yes, your pockets will cry. It will be very hurtful. But how you come over it, what else can you do to you know, to compensate that money, that loss matters the most. It's just don't get very upset about whatever has happened. Whatever happened has happened. What next can be done of all that? So.
Yes, anything else from this side?
Anybody else who wants to ask me anything? Hey! Mom has something to ask. Maurish, right? No. Okay, Papa, okay.
Ma'am, I am having one doubt, ma'am. How many years you are doing business?
See, this one I started about 2 years ago. அவ்வளவுதான் 3 வருஷம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிசினஸ் லாஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. அப்புறம் திரும்ப அந்த டிப்ரெஷன்ல இருந்து வந்து இது ஆரம்பிக்கிறதுக்கு இவ்வளவு லேட் ஆயிடுச்சு. But few things I learned from this failure is, first thing, avoid toxic people. யார் இந்த பின்னாடி பெஞ்ச்ல இருந்து முன்னாடி வரதுக்கு ஒரு 4 பேர் ஏஞ்சானுங்க, வரவே மாட்டேன்னு ஒரு 4 பேர் உட்கார்ந்தாங்க. அவனுங்களை கூட நம்பலாம். இந்த ஃப்ரண்ட்ல வர போகும்போது 4 பேர் உன்னை பிடிச்சு இழுக்கிறாங்க பாத்தியா, இல்லடா மச்சான் போவாத உட்கார்றா, அவனை முதல்ல கழட்டி விடு, இல்லனா நீ வந்து இப்ப கடைசி வரைக்கும் முன்னாடி வர மாட்ட, கான்ஃபிடென்ட்டா பின்னாடி உட்கார்ந்திருக்க மாட்ட.
Actually, honestly, that's very true. It's not about, trust me, recently I've gone through this just some 3-4 months back. இதே மாதிரி உட்கார்ந்திருக்கும்போது where I had close to about my entire class, A section, B section, C section, D section, everybody are my friends, everybody had different groups, everybody had, you know, me as one of their group member, everybody used to hang out Monday, even on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, on a Friday, na tanya poirva the ratio. So every day I used to, you know, hang out with some different people, and then that phase got, new set of people came into my life. Again, daily இந்த மாதிரி பெட்டி கடையில் உட்காரது ஜாலியா. அப்போ என்ன படிச்சு முடிச்சாச்சு, வேலைக்கு போறோம். 10 ரூபா டீ வந்து ஒரு 50 ரூபா டீ கடையா மாறிடுச்சு. So automatically then you start meeting more people. உட்கார்ந்து வெட்டி கதை பேசுவோமே தவிர business or what better can be done for everybody's future. No, unless and until someone is, and then that set of friends also go off. They just come like a wind and then they fly. So end of the day, அந்த 4 பேர் செத்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் தூக்குறது வேணும்னு சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, அந்த ஒரு 4 ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க who will be there from the beginning till the end. So இப்போதைக்கு எங்க இருக்கிற அந்த 4 ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் தான். From more than 300-400 people that I personally know in Chennai, more than that in fact, thousands of people that I know, since my industry is that way. ஆனா கடைசியில ஒரு பிரச்சனைன்னு வந்தா அந்த 4 பேர் மட்டும் தான் வந்து நிற்பான். நான் செத்தாலும் தூக்கிட்டு போறது அந்த 4 பேர் தான். So avoid unwanted people. They will be very nice to you. பின்னாடி எப்படிலாம் ஆஃப் பண்ணே தெரியாது. So people who you genuinely think like your childhood friends for that matter, the people who are there with you, people who give you the right guidance. First learn what is right and what is not right for you. பாமா சாணி நைட்டு போய் சரக்கு அடிக்கலான்னு கூப்பிடுறவன் நல்லவனும் கிடையாது, கெட்டவனும் கிடையாது. வா போயிட்டு தம் போட்டு வருவான், அதான் மிஸ் வரல இன்னும், அந்த கேப்ல ஒரு 10 நிமிஷம் போய் தம் போட்டு வரலாமா, பக்கத்துல தான் டீ கடை அப்படின்னு கூப்பிடுறவன் வந்து நல்லவனும் கிடையாது, கெட்டவனும் கிடையாது. ஆனா எப்பவுமே டீ கடையிலேயே உட்காந்துருக்கலாம், கிளாஸுக்குலாம் போக கூடாதுன்னு சொல்றாங்க பாத்தியா. That's the kind of people that you probably need to avoid, because they are actually, I'm not sure about them, but end of the day, you know, they're just pulling you down, probably because of J. J is not joined. J means jealousy. இங்க இவன் வளர்ந்துருவானோ அப்படின்ற ஒரு ரீசனுக்காக தான். So I am very, like, you know, I'm very funny person. I really like entertaining and enjoying with people, answering their queries, and this is probably this is the 5th time I'm coming over here, like I was telling the other day, I mean like some time back also. So this is the first batch that I'm seeing who has hardly come up with questions. Ilana, the last time I think I remember I coming in 2019, where due to my limitation with timing I had to rush. Then I started getting a lot of messages on my Instagram profile, to be very honest. They were like, how did you do this, how did you do that, what needs to be an event manager, what needs to be into, you know, this particular field, how does it work, what do you do, why this, why that, torture pantanga. I don't remember the names, I don't even know if they are still there on my list, but yes, they had. The one mistake that I did, that not just me, all 3 of us did sitting here, was even we did not ask questions, and then we regretted a lot. I was college படிக்கும்போது ஒழுங்கா போயிருக்கோமே. இந்த ஃபைனல் இயருக்கு நீங்க இது பண்ணுவீங்களா, the projects, யா ஆமல இல்லைன்னா ஒரு உண்மையை சொல்லியிருப்பேன் இன்னைக்கு, சொல்லாமா வேணாமா? ஓகே, ஸோ those projects, no, take it seriously. Take it seriously. And when you are asked to do an internship somewhere and do that project and come out of it, do it. Because when I stepped out of the campus in 2013, people are very, when I stepped out, they were like, என்ன பிரயோஜனம் இவ்ளோ பேச தெரியுது ஒரு இன்டர்வியூ கிராக் பண்ண தெரியல. Yeah, I got that. I got to hear that. I never got selected with your campus interview. Man knows the reason why. I never did. I attended. I used to travel all the way to Katangulathur, go attend interviews, write exam. I still remember for Punjab National Bank, avangaloda insurance company kaga there was some recruitment drive going on. I had to sit and write some exam. I did. 1-to-1. I spoke. I did not crack. Why? சொல்லுப்பா. நீங்க தான். லாஸ்ட் டைம் கமெண்ட் அடிச்சீங்க நீங்க தான். Exactly. And experience இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாம் கிராக் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்றதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. Not really like that. So there's a lot of difference. So I never ask questions, so I don't know how to present myself in front of a recruiter, what to talk to him and what not to talk to him. Whether you like the work or whether you don't like the work, how you present yourself matters. Probably that was not me, and then I had to change myself. So then from 2013 to 2014, literally pictured it for job because I didn't have money. Yeah. I actually lost interest with my other set of work also I was doing. Same. Depression. 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, irrespective of the amount. But how do I repay them back? And one fine day, somebody, just like that, believed in me with the way I was and then gave me a job. And from there things changed. Another first question, Bandodne first kelvi keta. What is that you want to become in your life? That's why I said first be a good human. So I don't know how many of you are actually going to take away whatever I said. But it is everybody's heart and truth stories. So it's not about inspiring you or like demotivating you, just telling you the facts. When you walk out of college, when you're done with 23 batch, then the veliye pogumbodhu, when you go outside the job market, when you start looking for jobs, company eri irangumbodhu veil adikira veilla and the custom puriyum. So that's why we always say, irrespective of who the person is, even if it's your professors, your HOD, your dean, anybody for that matter, please ask them questions, ask them how you can improve yourself. These are the mistakes which I did personally and I regretted. Don't do the same mistake again. That's why ma'am very clearly said the most naughtiest kid in the block. He was there in the class, sleeping, but I'm standing right in front of you guys today. So, another 3 minutes to go. If you guys want anything, any help, any queries, anything for that matter, just don't ask for entry in the club because you guys are too young for it. No. Apart from that, you guys want any business ideas or business knowledges or any. Tomorrow, once you're done, you may be interested in working for Barclays also. Maybe tomorrow I might become a VP, so maybe I can help you guys. I can recruit you in my own team, provide you a good. Now I'm already handling a team where I'm doing some kind of recruitments, so maybe I can help, but not at the double degree levels, but yeah, at the junior levels. So anything you guys want to ask me or anybody from the dais? Yes.
தப்பு பண்ணேன்னு சொன்னீங்க, ஒரு ரியலைசேஷன் பாயிண்ட் உங்களுக்கு வந்தது இல்லை சார். ஸோ நம்ம பண்ணது கொஞ்சம் ஒரு மாதிரி பிரேக் ஆகுது, ஒரு மாதிரி ஃபெயிலியர் பார்த்தேன். ஸோ அந்த ரியலைசேஷன் பாயிண்ட் வந்ததுக்கப்புறம் நீங்கள் என்னென்ன ஸ்டெப்ஸ் எடுத்தீங்க, அந்த மாதிரி அந்த ஒரு ஃப்ளோவில் போகிறதுக்கு அந்த உங்களோட பாத் பண்ணதில்லை. ஸோ வாட் ஆர் தி ஸ்டெப்ஸ் யூ டேக் for 8 months? Yeah, after college.
I did not do any wonders. I just did two, three things which probably changed the entire history for me, which just gave me some good positive things. First, like Sai said, cut off your toxic links. Number two, there's an Instagram reel going on saying, what do millionaires do? Why are they all millionaires? When you go listen to it, they'll be like, I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock I brush my teeth, 8 o'clock I'm at the gym, 9 o'clock inside the office. Trust me, that's the reality. So that is one. And third is focus. Focus is very important word. It's a very small 5-letter word, but that will take you to heights. That will take you to who you are. So concentrate on what you do. And very important, because these today, even the last couple of days, I've been hearing a lot of negative news about students. You know, this is happening, that is happening, pressure, party, torture. No. Just have some extra skills, which is one and only Excel. Trust me, your Excel is going to help you a lot. You think it's very easy. Excel equal to number plus enter that number one row. How many of you know here what is VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP? How many of you know that you can derive a data from PDF? How many of you actually know that you can do, there are so many shortcuts in it. Just one from the entire crowd of about 100 people. So probably there are a lot of, yeah, put your hand on it, I've seen you. So there are a lot of these small courses, you know, like upgrade and things like that. You know, they give you this crash courses for like 400, 500 rupees. Like a quick 10 days, 15-day courses. Please take that. Excel in your Excel. That is the way to your excellence. Simple. Very simple. Just focus. Just do what you like. And like also I said, have two works. Never say no to your passion. Veetla thittuvaanga, amma thittuvaanga, appa thittuvaru, annan adipan, thambi thangachi karanam panni vekkano. Yes, all that pressure is there. I had it too. I had the pressure of getting my elder sister married. Yes, I did. Whatever I could. So yeah, please follow your passion. Are in their own world for the last 3 hours. We are talking about 45 minutes, but my friends over here are lost already for more than 3 hours. So yeah. So what you need to do is just avoid this unnecessary drama, which is nothing but your seriously, that's another fact. Because yeah, 100%. That makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. I'm having it for a reason. Because of my work requirements are like that. If I don't click good videos and photos when I'm performing on stage, no one else is going to call me for a job, right? So that is why I need to carry those big phones, fancy phones, just to tell people, see, I also have a big phone. It is nice unless and until you buy it from your own money, and not depending on your father's or mother's or someone else's money. Anna Dubai il amchara bro. Ada iPhone vachirken. Nee sambaachi avanga extra 40,000 rupees katti. And the sandoshame vera. So avoid unnecessary calls, messages, WhatsApps, idellame. So automatically your focus will be there on your work. That's what I did. Appo Instagram mein persa irukavilla, Facebook irundhathu. So yeah. We're good to go. Let's get a light up. Thank you. It was lovely coming back to. So actually, Sang today marks the 10th year of me walking out of the college. So it was just in 2013 I walked out, I think the similar March, April time is when we had our exams, and it feels so nice to come back exactly on the 10th year. Yeah. So thank you, Prabha ma'am. Thank you so much for following up with us. You were there, right? You know, in the WhatsApp group today, like what's happening. So thank you so much for your follow-up, and ma'am, thank you so much for calling us all over here. I think it was a great pleasure.
சரி போதும் 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 பசியில் இருக்கலாம். Now one thing I just wanted to share with Rian and you guys is that he was talking at one point of time that be a good human. Honestly true. Rian, appreciate it. Be a human. But you know one thing, being a good human is painful one. Because you are taken for granted, you are taken for granted almost always. But again, in spite of all these things, I would reiterate that be a good human. Life will be good. Difficult, but not impossible. Pain varum, paathukalam. Adi vidum, endripom. அந்த ஒரு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸோட இருக்கு. செல்ஃப் கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ்ங்கறத அது வேணும், ஓவர் கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் வேணும். சாரி பண்ணதா சொன்ன மாதிரி I'm sorry to disappoint. ரைட்டா? என்னால முடியும். என்னால மட்டும் தான் முடியும் அது இல்ல. That comes the difference. So, thank you guys for sharing the wonderful stories, and I'm sure that most of you would have been also benefited. Right? If you had taken something, the purpose of convening or conducting a meeting like this is served. Right? So, nothing you can learn except until unless you experience that. I don't say that you should face failure stories. No. இதுவும் கடந்து போகும். Simple. Good luck.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for the wonderful session, dignitaries. Your success stories and experiences have truly inspired us and given a new perspective on the entrepreneurship, and your words have left a lasting impact on all of us. I kindly request Shweta to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. It's indeed my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. On behalf of the entire team of UGC Saksham Bhavashya, I sincerely thank our panel members, Deepti Jaikumar ma'am, Sneha Venkateshan ma'am and Sai Pramodita ma'am, and the moderator, Rian Ahmed sir, without whom this event wouldn't have been fulfilled. Heartfelt thanks to the Director of Affairs for his presence. My grateful thanks goes to our Dean, Dr. C.V. Jayakumar sir, and Vice Principal of Academics, Dr. Gomati ma'am, who have always been an encouragement to us. I want to thank our HOD, Dr. C. Prasida ma'am, whose constant support motivates us. I want to thank Dr. M.N. Prabhadevi ma'am for conducting this informative event and helping us develop an entrepreneurial skills as well as opportunity. Heartfelt thanks to the head of other departments for the never-ending support. Last but not least, I thank all the students, non-teaching staff and maintenance department for the timely support. Finally, I conclude my vote of